Hello and welcome to this video in the Webscraper series on web scraping in bulk from RT Technology Labs. If you haven't installed the Webscraper or XPDA, then please take a look at the video on XPDA and the Webscraper install from your video page on your dashboard, as this will be extremely helpful to get you started. You also need to go through the Webscraper Tutorial 1 in order to get a better understanding of how the Webscraper works. The Webscraper is under the name ExTract. As mentioned in previous videos, you need to be aware that permission and usage for the data you'll be downloading or extracting will be your responsibility. Here's a spreadsheet which can be downloaded from your dashboard under the Videos Download section. It has been set up to show you how to do bulk web scraping. It has a tutorial to guide you through the process, but can be adapted for your own requirements. It has its own menu which you can access by selecting the Add-ins menu and then Webscrape menu. The processes you need to use are in the order they're shown. We start with the Run a Tutorial option. The tabs at the top enable you to go directly to a specific tab, or the arrows at the bottom advances you to the next tab in the preferred order. We'll go to the next tab, which will confirm that you've installed your Webscraper successfully, or if you haven't done so, it will give you the ability to download and install it. As you are viewing this video, it is fair to assume that your Webscraper has been installed correctly, so we will move on. Bulk web scraping is for getting many items of data from the same provider or website. This is because it will use the same URL to connect to the specific website, but will use the different tickers to collect a variety of data from this specific website. The example shown is from the publicly available Yahoo Finance website. The first column is the ticker and suffix which we are going to use. Column B is for the name, which is for information purposes only. If you want to use different provider names, then group them by name and run each provider group one at a time. On the next page, you have 4 examples to choose from: Bloomberg, Financial Times, Wall Street Journal, or Yahoo. These are just for example, and of course you may choose to insert your own data. Details of this will be shown in a more advanced video. To save time, I'm going to choose the Yahoo Finance option by clicking on it. The example has added the ticker and company information to columns A and B of sheet 1. If you want to enter more tickers, then feel free to do so. Otherwise, we can click on Finished Entering Data. This screen explains what we are to do next, so we can move forward to the next screen, as I will be going through what was shown. We'll select the Webscrape menu, Process Results, Process Yahoo Results, as we have chosen the Yahoo website as our source. We now choose which fields of data that we require. I'll select the lot. Now, sometimes providers change where they place their fields on the page. So when you first go through this process, you may want to check the coordinates to see if they are correct. We'll leave Check Coordinates ticked and click on the OK button. The top part of the screen has the formulas entered to show the data from the Webscraper once it has started. For now, it'll show pending because we haven't created a config file yet and we have not started the Webscraper to collect the data. The next section of the screen has the formulas for the coordinates so that we can confirm the fields are correct. This is because we ticked the box to show the coordinates. If we unticked it, then this section wouldn't appear. This message now tells us to go back to the Webscrape menu to create the config file. So, Webscrape menu, create the config file. Because I've run this before, it reminds me that I have entries in my config file that I may or may not want to keep. If I want to add these entries to my config file, then I'd select the first option, or if I didn't want to make any changes, then I'd choose the third option to cancel the whole process. In this demo, I want to delete all the requests and replace them with these new entries, so I'll choose the second option and click OK. This launches Notepad in administrator mode, as this is a restricted access area. Remember to do this when you're outside of this tutorial, otherwise you won't be able to delete or change the config file. This file is called webscrape.config and can be found in your config directory within your real-time directory. I will delete all the entries in this file and then save and close it. Click on the OK button, which confirms the data is being added to the config file. Now we can run the Webscraper as it says in the dialog box. Now the Webscraper has started, I'll minimize it so as I can close the tutorial program by clicking on the Exit button. This will show you the spreadsheet getting the data from the Webscraper. You can copy this sheet elsewhere and it will update at the time period set out in the config file. The config file will be explained in more detail in another video. So now that we've collected all the data, you can now go back to the Webscrape menu. Here you can remove all what you've done and reset the spreadsheet back so that you can do other providers if you wish. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, then feel free to contact us via email at support@rttechnologylabs.com. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe to our channel for more useful tips on XPDA and the Webscraper.